I always want to be free on this show, to be raw on behalf of you. And I had a phone call this morning with someone who I love dearly and is just going through a tough time. And I was just being the listening ear, the encouraging ear, the praying friend. And it just reminded me that while life is tremendously beautiful, life is also agonizingly painful at times. And the worst part about pain in life, the worst kind of pain rather, is the pain that we bring on ourselves. And so we were talking about someone in their life that they love dearly who's experiencing some pain. And the pain, quite frankly, is a result of not so good decisions. And there's also a tremendous amount of shame that comes with pain that we inflict on ourselves. Isn't that true? Whether it be silly pain like I got a credit card and I got $6,000 in debt or $20,000 in debt, that's painful. But there's different levels of shame. You're shamed, but you'll tell people. And then there's things that people do that are really shameful. And it's natural to feel the shame. But I want to talk to those of you who may have done something a long, long time ago or recently, and you inflicted pain on yourself and you're embarrassed and you're ashamed of yourself. You have got to get to a point where if you have received forgiveness from anybody that you hurt, that you forgive yourself. You know, it's one thing to do something that you're ashamed of and get forgiveness from others, but never forgive yourself. And that's what I want to address just for a moment. I have some dear friends that have made some moral mistakes, had some moral failures, and I will tell you that everybody that was close to them, while disappointed and hurt for them and the pain they caused others and themselves, every time in these situations, I can tell you that true friends forgave. Forgave. Unequivocally forgave. But I'm thinking of these folks right now, and I can tell you, years and years later, they haven't forgiven themselves. They walk around and they have been living life for decades in shame. And shame is an evil, evil, evil foe. Shame, we don't talk a lot about on the show. We talk about fear, doubt, and pride. But, you know, we need to talk about shame from time to time. Because shame is keeping some of you that are watching right now from being who you were created to be. Everybody else has forgiven you, or at least the people that matter. And you haven't forgiven yourself, and you are stuck in a cave of shame. You're not being your true self. You're not contributing what you're supposed to contribute. And I'm telling you, you need to get healing for yourself so that you can forgive yourself. The key to overcoming shame is to forgive yourself. And realize that you are not on the shelf of life. You are not done. You have not been rendered irrelevant by your bad decision. If you heal and forgive yourself, I can tell you this, the silver lining is you're going to be stronger on the other side of your shame. My hope is that for those who needed to hear this today, that you begin the process of getting healthy and forgive yourself, and you will eventually look at the wounds as though I look at this scar right here on my hand. I took about 12 stitches from a stupid decision in my backyard doing yard work, just dumb, trying to make a shortcut, and I ended up cutting my hand wide open. And I look at this scar, and it runs about 3 inches on my hand. I could see the scar right now, and I could tell you something. As I think about this and that stupid mistake, Joe, boy, it hurt. Whew, it hurt, man. I mean, it hurt bad. I remember that it hurt. But right now, Joe, when I touch the scar, I don't feel it. I don't feel any pain right now. I see the scar. Well, my hand is healed. And the scar is a reminder not to do the stupid thing I did in the backyard that cut my hand wide open. Be okay with the scars. No shame. You've learned from it. Now heal and move forward.